All right, let's get down to business now. International Monetary Fund has projected global growth to rise from 2.9% to 3.3% in 2020 and 3.4% in 2021. Though there has been a downward revision in the outlook, business lawyers are keeping themselves updated with recent trends in trade and commercial landscape.
Global trade, also known as international trade, is simply import and export of goods and services across international boundaries. Global trade can create economic wealth on a global scale as each country maximizes its revenue and growth by focusing on what it does best and saving money on imports that will be more costly for it to produce domestically. This gathering between leading international law firms is focused on latest updates on trade, commercial landscape, and the implications for companies doing business in Nigeria.
We are about the largest producer of hydrocarbons in Africa, and that is just one aspect. Solid minerals, we are growing in that field. Agriculture, we actually can feed this continent if we get our act together. The structures have been put in place. There was the initial reluctance as far as Nigeria is concerned with signing onto it because we're worried about protecting our own space. But I think now that everybody is getting to see the big picture, I think we are in good stead and we are positioning ourselves to be the ultimate beneficiary of this global collaboration that is the Africa Continental Free Trade Agreement area.
Issues around global trade war, coronavirus, amongst others, will shape trade activities for the year 2020 as China's economic growth is expected to slow to 4.5% in the first quarter of 2020.
Africa has a great potential. The world economy has moved east and China is very much involved in driving the technical revolution. Africa is very well positioned to actually work and go up the chain and go from being more exporter of raw materials to go up the supply chain and deal with more complex products. But there are some hurdles, of course, for this region as well. One being infrastructure.
The global environment is getting a lot tougher to operate in, particularly on the back of a slowdown in China, which we're forecasting. So we think that that's going to lop off about 5.5% on China's growth. So they're going to be coming in at around 5.4% as opposed to 5.9%. China is a major partner in the African context. When you look at trade, China is a major consumer of the things that Africa exports. China also is a major financing force. So to the extent that China slows down, that creates headwinds not only for Africa but for the global economy.
Global oil demand has been hit hard by the novel COVID-19 and the widespread shutdown of China's economy, as economists remain optimistic that the global economy will recover if this is well contained.